Last episode. After shaking their pursuers, Roland and Vecni arrived back at Queensgrace and reunited with Vesiesh. The group discussed their next move. Ves disclosed her true mission to the rest of the party, reuniting the Order of the Burning Fist and joining with them to defeat a vague worldly threat mentioned by Ves's mother, the Queen of Ferelden. It was decided the party would seek out all members of the Order, despite them being spread around the kingdom and fighting for different factions. The adventurers discussed the multitude of quests given by the Slay Royal Council. They decided they must attempt to complete some of the quests to gain Queen Inez and the formidable forces of Queensgrace as allies in the war against Vigor. The group decided on one of the quests, bringing the Queen's justice to Lord Monster and Lord Stars of Chaos. The adventurers returned to the Royal Council chamber to speak with the Council once again. After briefly speaking to the Council, the party stopped by the Queensgrace Bazaar to make some purchases. While there, Mala, an old woman, tried to sell Roland a deck of cards for 8,100 gold. After determining she was being deceitful, he declined. The trapper that Vecni was doing business with offered to purchase Mulbrax's spear for 50 gold, but Vecni decided not to sell it for that price. A short time later, Vecni stopped by the Queensgrace blacksmith. She sold both Danny's mace and Mulbrax's spear to the head blacksmith there for 300 gold. Vecni noticed a special bow hung high in the blacksmith's shop. The bow was called White Widow, and was the pride of the blacksmith. After being crafted by the head blacksmith, Lord Camembert imbued it with a magic capable of incapacitating foes. The blacksmith stated that he styled it after the bow belonging to a Munronian vampire hunter of legend. He said the bow would cost 8,000 gold to purchase. After some haggling, the blacksmith agreed to augment Vecni's whip with some fine spikes for 145 gold, and a bottle of Roland's Nectar of the Sea. Ves asked Descartes for some money to help the group, and he gave her 1,000 gold after some convincing. After the party finished their business at the blacksmith, they returned once again to the Queensgrace Tavern. After a bit of drinking, eating, and tomfoolery, the group set out to find the Bloodmist camp that Merciless spoke of earlier. The adventurers believed the camp was spotted close to Widow Falls, and after obtaining some horses from the Queensgrace stables, the party was able to find the camp easily. Out in front of the camp, the group saw some orcs and fleshy, monstrous creatures mowing about in front of a cabin. There was also empty cages nearby. The party snuck around to the back of the cabin and peered through the window. The inside of the cabin was dark with many doors inside, and a still, old woman sitting at a desk was facing away from them. After getting the woman's attention, she approached the group and hushed them, telling them not to wake the children. Vecni pulled out her sword and tried to stab the old woman. The woman did not appear defenseless, however, as she transformed into a tall, terrible, blue-skinned beast that could wield magic. Roland, Vecni, and Ves battled the creature, with Ves mostly running away after hitting it with dissonant whispers at the start of the battle. This fight was intense and both sides gave all they had. The creature showed prowess in magic and even shapeshifted into mist to fit itself outside the rear window to the cabin in order to keep up the attack on the adventurers. Towards the end of the battle, the monster attacked Roland with a glaive, striking him and taking cold damage from his active armor of Agathis. Vecni saw this as an opportunity to follow up with a short sword thrust, piercing through the creature's chest, killing it. The sound of battle and Roland clumsily falling to the ground alerted the orcs at the front of the cabin. They began to move toward the party's position, but Vesiesh distracted them with Eldritch Blast, confusing them and sending the beasts in the wrong direction. The adventurers entered the cabin and rescued over 100 missing children, comprised of humans and gnomes. All children were under 10, and some were even toddlers. The adventurers fled back to their horses with the kids. Using the 3 steeds and all available saddlebags, Vesiesh quickly escorted the youngest toddlers away from the area, while Vecni and Roland began a slower march on foot back to Queensgrace. A few hours into the ride back to the castle, Ves sensed the presence of beings in the trees above her, followed by multiple elvish whispers, reciting the phrase for Hunter's Mark.
Welcome back to another episode of Power Word Nerd.
Alright, so we are back with some more Dungeons & Dragons action with Power Word Nerd. Joe is back with us, so Sword Avicine is going to be meeting back up with the group. We had just left off where the party had rescued 128 children that were being held in the Blood Mist camp. Vesiesh took all 3 horses and 13 of the younger children, 2 and under, 13 of the younger children, and went off ahead. And she's a few spaces ahead on the region map, while the rest of the party is back behind with 115 children fleeing the camp. And that's where we're leaving off. Picking up.
We did it. We saved them kids.
We did.
So we're in the middle of the woods?
You are, if you look on the map behind you, Joe, if you look, you see Widow Falls up there?
Yep.
South from there, that first space is where you guys are. Ves is where that thumbtack is.
We went to Widow Falls? Oh, it's just the next place.
To the left.
You're near Widow Falls.
Yeah. Okay.
On the road.
So, right next to Kevin's character, I'm literally just gonna snap into existence.
Where am I?
I don't know.
You're not on there.
Oh.
That's just, I set up where all those markers are children, and you guys can put your characters wherever you like.
I don't know.
Well, I just placed my character right there.
It might be relevant where you position yourself.
He was in the front of the group and I was
I don't know
Yeah.
who you are.
behind them.
You just position yourselves however you would like, and you're escorting the kids.
So which way are the kids? I guess the kids are going this way, so I'm back here.
You can put me next to you.
And where is Roland?
I'll be in front of the kids.
Yeah. And they were supposed to all be in a line because we had 2 ropes.
You can set them up however you want. That's just what I did.
Are all these little red dots kids?
Yes, and there's still more kids than that, but that's how many I used. But there's 115 kids with you guys right now.
So I'm gonna literally blink into existence next to Kevin's character and kind of pat him on the back or pat her on the back and say, "Hey, good job killing that thing."
What are you fucking Blyken? You were there the whole time?
Yeah, I have the spell invisibility anyway, so I'm just gonna say that I've just been casting it the whole time.
It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait. So is this before we heard from the treetops? A bunch of people saying Celestas.
You guys didn't hear that.
You see
That
it?
was
At the end of the session?
that was
best.
Oh.
I heard that was
You guys
the
aren't there
last
with that.
thing she heard. What?
You heard? How did you hear?
I must have. I was there too.
You're everywhere.
Then nowhere.
You're like that. No.
Wait, so is Vest not with us?
No, we sent her ahead with the horses to get the guard.
Oh, then I would be with Vest. I would not be with my
That's
sister.
what I said.
Okay.
So I guess we're just leading the kids to where we think the Queensgrace is.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye
Going
behind us.
back that way.
So as you're traveling, you start to hear in the distance, you hear this yipping and this growling. It sounds almost like dogs, but not quite. You hear this yip, 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 yip. Yip, 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 yip. And the kids are starting to get, you could see that they're mostly older kids that are with you now.
It's coming from behind us.
It's coming from the woods all around you. You can't really make out exactly how many they are.
We're gonna lose some of these kids.
Without doing some kind of a
Probably.
check, but you do hear it's coming from multiple directions. The kids are definitely you can see that they're getting a little scared.
All right.
I'm gonna lean down to one of the older kids and be like, "What he said?"
I don't know. There's all kinds of monsters and stuff and animals in the woods. I don't know what that could be. sounds like some kind of a dog or something.
And it sounds like multiples?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can see if Roland noticed.
Did everybody hear that?
Yeah.
Everyone?
And it's coming from all around?
It's not like hundreds. Why don't you roll a perception so we can see what you actually are able to
23.
call.
Whoa.
So it sounds. So you believe it is less than half a dozen of these creatures all around
Okay.
you, from what you hear.
Alright, Vecti's gonna yell up to Roland and be like, Roland, stop!
Okay. Well, what is it? You hear those things too?
Yeah, instead of having the kids stretched out, I'm gonna try to get them closer together so it's easier for us to guard them.
And Soren, you're there as well, correct?
He's with
No,
us.
he's with us.
Oh.
It wouldn't make any sense for me to be here. I'd be with Vest.
That's what I said.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
And I'm gonna draw my whip and long sword, short sword.
Okay. Right.
I'll apparate my pack weapon.
Are you loud?
Yeah.
As
Remember, it's been so long.
as a few moments go by, you actually see near the tree line. It is dark, but you guys have this. You guys both have 60 foot of
Yep.
dark vision, correct?
Yep.
So near the tree line, on either side, you see these 4 different sets of glowing eyes, and you can make out. You can't really see color, correct? With your dark vision.
No.
So you can make out these shapes, and you can see it. They are dog-like creatures, but they're a little larger than dogs, and they're very spotted. A lot of spots on them.
Are they hyenas?
Roll of nature. DC is 12.
14.
They are hyenas, yes.
Whoa.
Plus 1, 15.
They're hyenas. You hear, yip, 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 yip. Yip, yip, yip.
That's cute.
Can I see how many of them there are?
There are
There are
4. There's 2 on each side of the shoulder.
Okay. So I'm going to step in between. So are they surrounding? There's 2 on each side of the kids?
Yeah, but we could say that they're at the tree. They're at like the tree line. So on this battle map, we could say they're at the edges. So they're not even on the battle map at this time.
Okay.
But they're peeking out. You can make out their shapes
Okay.
from the trees because you aren't really. You are on a path, but they're the edges, the sides of the path are lined with trees.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to just try to get in between myself and the hyenas on this side and try to usher the kids along, but keeping them close together.
Okay.
I'll light a torch. Because
Sure.
I think we're far enough away from where the camp was, right?
You're a full space away from on the map from where the camp is.
Okay.
So
That's like, what, like 8 miles or something?
they're not gonna be able to see you
Okay.
from there.
All right, yeah,
You're
so
way too
I'll-
far away for that.
So I got my packed weapon in one hand, and I'll light a torch in the other. And
Okay.
I'll kind of stand in front of I'll stand between the hyenas and the kids.
They don't make any moves aggressively, but they're still in their same positions, growling and yipping aggressively towards the group. And they don't seem to be. They seem to be like eyeing. If you really look at them, they don't seem to be eyeing you guys
They're probably eyeing the small kids.
exactly. Like they notice you because you guys are kind of threats, but they really seem more interested in the children.
Should
Use my important rolls. 3 and a 7.
3 and a 7. Okay.
uh,
So that's actually not great.
should I try to
That's good.
Yeah.
fire a shot of magic at them to scare them off?
I think that would be best. And I'll sheath my sword and whip and pull out my bow.
Okay.
All right. I'll hand the torch off. I'll say, "Here, kid, hold this for a second."
Takes it.
Yeah. I'll point my hand out like that, palm out, and then I'll cast Eldritch Blast at one of the hyenas at the tree line.
Roll attack.
And I'll fire my bow at one of them.
You can both roll different ones. You're attacking different ones.
Yeah, I'm attacking the 2 on this side.
10 plus...
We're not gonna roll priority right now.
16.
16. Okay. Kevin.
12.
12. I think I had this bookmarked actually. Look at that.
Wow.
You guys both hit. So both of you roll damage, and you said you're attacking separate ones, correct?
Yeah. And I'll use the Kensei shot.
Sure.
12. Piercing.
9 Force.
So Kevin's arrow sails through the air and pierces the chest of the one hyena, and it goes, and it falls over dead. The one that Roland attacks gets blasted with the Eldritch Blast. It gets hit, jerks back, falls, slowly gets up, and scampers off, and as do the other two. So they all run off, and one of them is left dead from Kevin's shot. You can get 10 XP for that.
Oh, nice.
Alright, I'll turn to the kid that I gave the torch to and I said, okay, I'll take that back now.
Alright, kids, let's go. Let's keep moving.
So you guys walk another space, so that puts you... Alright, I see where that puts you on the map. So,
Is the sun coming up yet?
No. No. Oh wait, you don't have, that's right, you don't have, the horses. So you're moving 16 paces a day with the horses, so we're going to half that, so you're going to move 8 in a day. So you're able to move pretty quickly because of that updated map that Kimberg gave you.
Yeah.
But it's only a couple hours before you get to that next space.
Okay.
So you're in that next space, and once again you're starting to hear yipping, growling, just like before.
Roland, I think our friends are back.
Huh. I thought, you think it's the remaining ones that survived?
I don't know. And I'll notch an arrow and hold my action.
Okay.
Vecni, how many arrows do you have?
29.
Alright. I'll go over to one of the kids. What are the kids wearing? Just like cloth?
Rags, basically, torn. Most of them have like soiled rags. Some of them who might not have been captured for as long, their clothes are a little bit in better condition, but most of them just have soiled rags.
Is it cold out?
Yeah, it's brisk. It's a little chilly.
Alright.
If we're gonna put a number on it, we could say it's like 30.
Oh shit! It's
Yeah.
below freezing.
Yeah, so it's a little frosty.
Oh, dang.
The kids are shivering and they look very uncomfortable, terrified, cold,
Alright.
malnourished.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that look like they've probably been captured for a long time.
Alright. Yeah, I'll take part of my common shirt that's not like part of the studded leather, and I'll like rip part of the sleeve off, and I'll give a torch to the kid to hold, and I'll say, here, hold this for a second. I'll say,
Hey, yo.
Vecni, could I?
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you.
Could I see one of your arrows?
Sure, and I'll handle an arrow.
All right. So I'll take the cloth I ripped off my arm and I'll tie it around the broad part of the arrow.
Okay.
And then I'll say, here, notch this.
Okay.
And then I'll grab a torch from the kid and I'll try and light it, and I'll say, fire it towards where we heard the barking. Does it light if I?
So you're not using any kind of accelerant. You're just trying to burn the
Well,
cloth?
let's see. In my tinder box, does that have any accelerant or no?
Small container holds flint, fire, steel, and tinder. Usually dry cloth soaked in light oil.
Oh, all right. Then I
So
would
it does have
have.
accelerant on it.
I would have used the cloth with the soaked stuff from there then and tied it to his arrow.
Then you could roll a survival check with a DC of 6, very low, because you have
Yeah.
those tools to work with.
Okay.
On a success, it lights. On a failure, it does not.
Survival. Here it is. 18.
And it lights.
All right. Yeah. I'll say let's fire it towards the sound. See if we could see if there's any more of them.
Alright, I will loose an arrow.
So you fire the arrow, and it goes in the direction of where you heard the sounds, and you hear that sound of I can't really do it well, but the sound of like a dog crying, like "Arr!" I can't really.
Do your best.
I can't. It's
Just try really hard. It's for the stream.
All right. Do your best.
I can't do it. And then you hear a bunch of yipping. It sounds like more than before. You see.
anything
Oh, go
with the
ahead.
light?
Testing.
Oh, I'm just saying. Will we see anything with the lighted arrow? That he shot?
Yes.
Okay.
So in that moment, where that arrow sailed through the woods at the tree line, you saw a figure standing there. You actually saw two figures standing there. Humanoid figures. In that brief, it was only a brief instant, so why don't you roll a perception to see if you're able to make out what they were. And your DC is a 15.
Can I, since I was looking, can I give him the help? Because we're both looking.
How would you help
Should we
him?
just both roll it?
Oh, you can both roll, fine. DC is 15.
7.
20.
So, Kevin sees...
He's got high wisdom.
In that brief moment, you see something queer that I would say in your time as an adventurer and as a pirate, you haven't seen beings like these before. I wouldn't imagine. They essentially they're humanoid. They're wearing some kind of very simple hide armor. They have shields, javelins, and their faces are very dog-like, almost hyena-like, spotted.
Oh God,
yeah.
You see saliva, sharp teeth.
Oh, those would definitely be pirates. Isn't a gnoll?
Would you have seen Noel? Would you be familiar with those?
I'm 200.
Roll nature.
240 years old.
Roll nature for 14.
History.
16 plus.
You recognize them as gnolls.
Yeah. Wasn't a gnoll on one of Ian's pirates, the bastard?
No. None of them are gnolls.
No, it was a hobgoblin.
None of them are gnolls.
Yeah,
No.
hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
But in your travels, I guess you would have, because of your role, you would have came across those before.
Shit. They're gnolls.
So how's the game going? It's going good.
What, I think I've vaguely heard of them. What are...
They are like a werewolf, but the hyenas, they are hunters and barbaric.
Shit, how tough are they?
But they're pretty tough.
Okay. Are they smart or are they just like feral? Savage?
I don't know.
Okay.
With your role, I would say that you're familiar that there are... Well, there is
Don't they have a humanoid intelligence?
Well, there is some intelligence to them. They are mostly feral, barbarian, like destroyers. Yeah. They are not creatures you can really reason with.
And we saw how many? I saw maybe 2, but was there more?
I only saw 2.
Okay. All right, we might be able to.
Alright,
we might be able to take them.
I'm going to try to find the oldest kids.
Okay.
And be like, continue down this way. Well, we're being followed. We will catch up. Just keep going.
You're leading the younglings?
Hmm?
You're
We're getting hunted.
kids?
The younglings.
No. Have the bigger kids take the younger kids. How old are the kids? Like.
So all the really young ones, Brian took. There was 13 of those. There were 2 and under. So all the children with you now are 3 and older, up to 10. So they're in that range.
Right.
So they're basically older toddlers up into just before adolescence.
How old's Grayson?
8.
I left my son with him for 15 minutes, and he locked him in a room by himself.
When the hell did you do that?
I'm just saying, and he's 8.
When did that happen?
When I was at your house for the barbecue, they were like, I gave Joey to Braden and then Grayson, and they went in their room, and then they immediately left the room, shut the door, and locked it.
Smart.
Yep. Well, my son was less than 2.
Braden's 11.
Okay, so these kids are fucked.
Do whatever you think makes sense.
Let's try to keep them moving, and we could try to stop these gnolls.
Yeah, that's probably the best course of action. We can stop them from getting to the kids. Or I'll tell the kid with the torch, I'll say like, keep that close, and if any of the hyenas come near your group, just wave the torch at them and try to scare them off.
How many torches did you give?
Alright, so that's 1 that I gave him. I'll quickly light 3 more torches. So I got 6, so total they have 4.
Okay, I actually like it.
And I'll give them to the...
How far back were the gnolls?
Roughly.
They were around the same distance as those creatures, as the hyenas I approached you earlier. So I'm going to say they're at the tree line.
Okay.
Was that about 70 feet, 80 feet?
Beckney's
At the tree line.
Beckney's going to leave.
You don't see them since that, though. You don't see them again.
Okay.
Since that fire.
Beckney's going to lean over to Roland, swing her backpack off her shoulder, and open it up, and it's just a ton of dynamite. I forgot I had these.
What do you want to do with them?
Maybe if
If I light one straight in the other direction, it'll scare them off.
And so
Cool.
I'm going to pull
I don't
one
think he understands
one
that
stick
reference.
out, zip or close up the backpack, throw it back on my back, light the stick, and throw it in the direction that we saw the gnolls.
What one of the dynamites?
Yeah, one dynamite.
I-
Each creature within 5 feet of the point must make a DC 12 Dexterity saving throw, or taking 3d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed and half as much on a successful one.
3d6.
Yeah.
What's the save? What's the number?
DC 12.
Dex.
Each additional stick increases the damage by 1d6 to a max of 10d6.
I'm sorry. What was the number? What was the number again?
What?
What was the number again?
12 dex.
Okay. And then it's 3d6. Why don't you roll your damage?
If I was stalking something, all of a sudden a dynamite stick blew up in front of me, I'd be like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah, but these guys are tough.
Vicious.
Wow, that was a shitty roll. 5.
Okay.
2, 2, 1. Let's see, what else does it say? Each a character can bind sticks of dynamite together so they explode at the same time. Each additional stick increases the damage by 1d6 to a max of 10, and the burst radius by 5 to a max of 20 feet.
So you throw the stick of dynamite, it sails into the woods, and you hear a loud, audible boom. Immediately after the boom, you hear, and then you hear the dogs crying, and then silent after a moment.
Alright, let's keep going.
Thanks.
Okay, let's try to get back to
Yeah,
the
I
kids.
have 40 sticks of dynamite on my back. Nothing bad could happen.
There was a commotion in front of you where the kids were.
Commotion where the kids are.
Like,
Yeah, because they
probably
walked
got-
off in front of you, right?
How heavy is 40 sticks of dynamite?
It's 40 pounds. They're a pound each.
15.
I think something might be going on. We should hurry over there.
Alright, so yeah, we'll run up to the
Yeah.
kids. They probably couldn't have gotten that far ahead.
No, they're not very far ahead. But when you encounter them, you hear a lot of that yipping, and you see a few of those creatures. Not the gnolls. You see a few of those hyenas, like basically kind of like in a standoff with the kids, growling, and you see the kids two on each side with lit torches, just like scared, just like kind of like going like that with the torches.
Okay. As I'm running over, I'm going to draw my bow
Okay.
and fire at the closest one.
Roll an attack.
Let's give one of the kids dynamite a bait.
That's
Boom goes
probably, 11. Probably a miss.
11. I think that hits.
Oh.
Hit.
Whoa.
These bookmarks are useful.
Yeah. I had
That
cat.
hyena.
Yeah.
There you go.
11 piercing.
You can describe it. You killed it.
Okay. As she's running up, the arrow just jabs it straight in the heart from the side. And it just keels over.
All right. So you get 10 XP for that, and the other 3 hyenas run off.
I'll try to shoot one with an Eldritch Blast as it's running away.
You can. Go ahead. Roll an attack.
9.
That misses.
Alright.
So far it's 2. Okay. So when you get back up to the kids, they're just crying and very distraught. And
Are any of you hurt?
one of the boy that you handed the torch to, he said, "Mister, I did what you said. I tried to keep everyone safe, but there's so many of us, and there was a few of those dogs that came.
You did good.
They got one of us.
Oops.
Dragged him into the forest.
Well, you did the best you could. That's all that matters.
Yeah, see, once I signed on, I saw all this on my deck.
I didn't know him, but still, what's gonna happen to the rest of us? Are you gonna keep us safe, mister?"
Yeah, we're gonna try our best to keep you safe. We're trying to get you all back home to Queensgrace.
Okay.
All right, let's get moving.
Mm-hmm. It's better to keep moving. You should
Come on,
listen
come on,
back.
children, let's go.
So you get to that space that's basically the fork. But before we go to you, let's go over to Vess and Soren.
Excuse me.
So again, from the treetops, I had Brian roll a perception, and he failed, so he didn't notice anyone. And then as they walked under the trees, he heard multiple voices whisper loudly, "Celestas, Celestas, Celestas."
I mean, wouldn't he be fucking running through with horses?
Well, he can't be going that fast because he has 2 horses with him that have kids under 2 years old with him on them. So he can't really be moving that quickly. And there's quite a few kids, 13 kids, that between his horse and the other 2.
Brian, you're up.
Oh. Sorry.
It's all right.
I was doing a work email.
Work?
Email.
And Joe, you could jump in whenever
I'm gonna
you
wait till
want.
he's like, are you like kind of like running away right now?
So you know what happened last time? They explained it to you?
Sure.
So I waited in the woods while they fought the Oni, because I'm smart. And
It was a pretty epic battle.
yeah. And I took 13 kids, and I took all the little babies and their horses to ride back to Queensgrace.
Stuffed them in a...
So
Stuffed them and emptied the saddlebags and just shoved kids in there.
So are you on a horse actively right now?
Yeah.
So are there other horses there too?
I have their horses.
Yep.
All right, I'll like blink onto one.
Are
So
there
you
kids
have
on them?
instant transmission
No,
now?
they have kids on them.
Yeah.
He was...
Well, the kids wouldn't be in the saddles.
And they'd be in the bag. They'd be in the bags. Oh yeah, so the saddle's free. Yeah.
Yeah. So and I'm like blinking to existence on one.
Oh boy.
Hello. There.
Oh boy, I'm gonna attack you.
Okay. She's scared.
She's a scaredy cat, and you just poof next to her.
You got it.
Time.
That's
That's
all.
better. Don't remember what my...
Swing a dagger at him.
Use a magic attack.
Yeah.
No, fine. I didn't pull up my D&D yet. So she grabs her rapier, and she just kind of like quickly sees like something appear on the horse next to her, and she pulls it and swings. You can say this doesn't happen, so I don't want to have to roll anything.
That's all good. I'm gonna let you play your character.
Yeah, Joe consents, then you can roll an attack on Joe.
Yeah.
Joe consents.
We are big about consent to power.
You are.
It's all good.
This consent check brought to you by Miller Lite. Here you go. Our sponsors.
Oh yeah, right.
That I made from my backpack to my waist though.
8.
You miss.
Okay.
AC's 13. So you'll swing at me and my character, just kind of like just quickly out of the way, like Vess, yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Vess, it is me.
'Tis I.
Tis I.
How did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. You were so courageous and brave. I could not imagine that you did this all by yourself. I helped you. You're welcome.
What?
These horses listen to me and their thoughts.
What?
I don't know. Listen, I'm just talking shit. No. So when I was talking before you got here was that I just been casting invisibility on myself the entire time.
I thought you went back to wherever we're from, Ferelden.
No, I would never leave your side.
And yet you let us... Oh, it doesn't matter.
Let's just get past it, shall we?
We have to get these children back to Queensgrace.
I agree.
Okay, so we're riding back to Queensgrace.
So again, you heard all those whispers, Celestas, Celestas, coming from the trees above you.
I do. What does it mean?
Is that Elven?
Yeah.
It's basically Elvish for Hunter's Mark.
Sorry. Well, I'll cast what's it called?
Poopy pants.
No.
Can I see, if I look around, any things moving through the...
Well, I already had your roll of perception that you failed.
Well, that was failed to notice that they were there, but now I can hear them. So now I'll be looking
I'm going to
for
honor
them.
that failed roll from before, that you don't see where they are.
What time of day is it?
Nighttime.
So yeah, I'll cast what's it called? Comprehend languages.
Okay, so now you could speak Elvish.
Yeah.
So you understood that means Hunter's Mark.
Yes, and I tell Vess, they're marking us. They are huntsmen.
You see a single figure, again, you had heard multiple voices, but you see a single figure drop from the trees, land very daintily and gracefully in the path, blocking you. As he drops, you see he has this flowing green cape. and he has boiled leather armor. He has his face slightly painted almost like a camo, like brown and green. And you can tell that he has elvish features and that he does not have a nose.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we've met him.
No, we have not. Yes, we
Yeah,
have.
you did
Yes,
at
we
the
did.
court.
You have
In
met
court.
Yes. Oh, okay.
It is Kevley and Greystone.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. We met him in the castle. He was one of the
Who was killed by Stark,
king's,
but not really.
or the queen's
Yeah.
right-hand man or something
He's
like that.
one of the High Council members, yes.
Yeah, he was probably under a spell.
Possibly.
Possibly. Well, I know that people are under spells.
In Elvish, he says, "Halt!"
So I'm going to tell Vess that...
I can understand Elvis.
Oh, okay. Well, I stopped.
Fuck you.
I'll pull back on the rings on the horse quickly.
And then I'll respond. I'll stop and tell him, these are the children that were captured by the Blood Mist. We were returning them to Queensgrace as ordered by.
Her Majesty.
No, it wasn't her. It was the little guy. Camembert.
You rescued the missing children from that Camembert spoke of.
There's more. I only have the small ones. The rest are farther back. They need your help.
He looks to the trees. I was given an important mission by the hand of the Queen. Find and round up your friends, Prince and Stripe. But rescuing these children is of the utmost importance. Continue on to the castle. I will go help the others. And he leaps back into the trees.
Can we have some help too?
Silence.
I'm scared.
Okay. Sisters, there's nothing to be afraid of. Let us ride.
Okay, well, we'll continue riding.
Well, back to the other group.
I
As you-
made my way to the back of the group again.
Okay. You get to that fork area on the map, and you once again start to hear this yipping, this growling, and it's even more than before. Yip, yip, yip. And in the road ahead, in the distance, you could see those similar humanoid beings wearing hide armor, shields, javelins, dog-like features, and there are now 6 of them in the road.
Oh, shit poopies.
And you hear from all sides, you hear the yipping, both sides of the trees, and it sounds like it's many more than before. Yipping and growling.
How far ahead?
200 feet ahead, so quite a distance ahead of you. They're standing there, looking in your direction.
Is it...
Would I know that if Knowles can speak?
With your roll, you would know. I don't know. So let me look.
I know that they're.
I don't think so.
I think they can because they're a player character.
Language.
You can be a Knoll.
They only speak. They speak their own language. You speak Knoll?
Nope.
Then no, you don't. You wouldn't be able to speak with them.
Oh, shit.
They have their own language.
The fuzzy ball fell off my microphone. Well, I'm in the back rolling, so what are you gonna do?
I'll turn back and I'll say, should we try taking the children into the woods to avoid them?
I think that gives them the advantage. At least on the road we can see them.
I suppose maybe once we get into range, we'll try to pepper them with my magic and your arrows before they can close the distance on us, and maybe we can kill them or scare them off.
I'm gonna stay in the back as a group, but I agree with you. We need to keep this at range. And I'll keep an eye out for the hyenas on the side.
How far can you shoot your bow? I can shoot my magic a little over 100 feet.
150, 600.
Alright, mine's 120, so. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, so I'd say we'll keep moving the children along slowly, and then I'll say back to Vecni, I'll say, when we get within 100 feet, we'll start shooting them with our ranged attacks.
Okay. So I have my bow ready.
Alright.
So you get to 100 feet within them, and you can roll priority.
Yeah, I'll fire at one of the Knolls.
Roll attack.
11.
Miss.
Shitsa.
Rowan, you were next.
All right. 23 to hit.
Hit.
9 force.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, what is? I have an inspiration. What does that do? I get to re-roll.
Yeah, it's reroll. All right. The gnolls are gonna go. They're gonna advance. You said you're 100 feet away, right? Mm-hmm. So they're gonna sprint towards you, 60 feet. So now they'll be 40 feet away from you. And from the woods, you have a gnoll coming from both sides.
Ah, shit.
They'll be using all their movement to get. They're going towards. It looks like they're. Oh, fuck. It looks like they're going towards the children.
Did they get right up next to the children?
Yes,
Okay.
because they came right from the tree lines, using
Right
using
up on
the dash. And then also, so it's gonna be -2 from both sides of the trees,
Right, we're gonna lose.
using their
Maybe.
using their dashes.
Yeah, Kevlin coming. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's way ahead of us with horses, and we have 115 kids.
It's got dimension door, I'm sure.
I
You
will.
might lose a few kids.
I will say that it does not look like these creatures are interested in attacking the armored and armed adults. It looks like they are pretty concerned with the children.
He hates kids.
It's all,
Fuck. Fucking trees.
it does seem that way.
He just doesn't know how kids are. He hasn't raised them.
I think this is a pretty realistic.
Got him!
I think this is a pretty realistic.
Oh yeah, they're easy targets.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't think they would be attacking you with their nature. I think they would be trying to attack the weak creature, the weak.
Fuck, that's a lot of hyenas.
There are 17 of them,
Fuck, you guys are dead.
and there are
17 hyenas?
and there are 8 gnolls.
I don't even have any
17 is like
AoE
8
spells
gnolls.
yet.
And 115 kids.
Shit.
And 2 of you guys, you can attack, what, twice a turn?
No,
No.
not
turn?
even.
Well, I can.
Once a turn? Twice a turn?
Well, yeah, with
As
your,
a monk,
So that's
with your
3
monk
attacks
shit.
per turn, right?
Fuck.
So statistically speaking, you're gonna lose a lot of kids.
We're gonna lose all the kids.
Now the children can go if you guys want to make them do something.
We're gonna lose some kids. What do you want the kids to do? Well, the ones with the torches could try to scare the hyenas off.
Yeah, I would say they would do that, and the other kids would probably just cower behind them.
Let's see, that's the one with the torch. This one has a torch. This one has a torch. I guess this one has a torch. So there's 3 kids with torches. Or 4 kids with torches.
4.
And they're just trying to wave the torches in front of the hyenas to scare them off.
Okay. If that's it for the children, then Inspector's turn again.
Alright, Vecni is going to fire an arrow at this guy.
Sure. He's unharmed right now, correct?
As far as I know. 22.
Hit.
Ten damage.
Okay.
And then she's going to run over here. 1, 2, 3, behind these 2 gnolls.
Okay.
And she's going to kick them.
Oh, with like a bonus action or something?
Yep.
Sure. Gnolls or hyenas?
Hyenas.
Okay.
21.
Hit.
And I'll use Flurry of Blows to get a hit on the other one sitting next to it.
Okay, so you're attacking 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta get. What is 25?
Hit.
What is my damage for kicks? Kicks are D4s, goddammit. Ooh, that's a 4. 9 bludgeoning on one,
Okay.
and 9 bludgeoning on the other.
They both look really hurt.
Do they turn and face me?
They're
Oh wait, I had advantage on them. Because I'm flanking them.
Okay. You want to
I just
re-roll?
want to see if I get a crit.
Sure.
Nope. Nope. Okay.
So they look really hurt. They don't use a reaction to change their facing. Actually, Yeah, no, they don't. Roll.
Alright, I'll try to go to the nearest thing that's trying to attack a kid or whatever, or drag a kid away, and I'll attack that. So I guess it's that cheetah?
They're all hyenas. I just don't have hyena
Or,
models.
well, yeah, whatever, hyenas.
Sure.
This one, probably the closest.
Yeah, I only have a couple dog models, like 5 or so dog models.
Alright. So I've had my packed weapon out the whole time, so I'll take a swing at it.
A bunch of those little animals I got in the dollar store, actually.
Yeah.
Packages.
Looks like it. That's fine. They work.
Save money.
No, they work.
8
Not
to
knocking.
hit.
Miss.
Alright. Alright, that's my turn.
Use a dagger.
All right. So the 2 gnolls that are already in range of the children are
You did
both
it against
gonna.
the Oni.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh. Could I
You
get
can,
a
you can,
bonus
yeah.
action dagger?
Yeah.
No modifier, so what is it, 11? 17 to hit. Alright, so unmodified. 4.
Okay.
Dagger.
So you stabbed it with the dagger.
Yep.
All right. So the 2 gnolls that are in range of children already are both gonna attack.
Javelins are thrown.
Well, they have spears. So they both attack the children with spears, and
We got some kitty kebabs.
they actually they pierce right through, kill both children. Then they're going to use their rampage ability to move half their movement to the next nearest kids. So if you want to take those 2 black models, the 2 black gnolls that are on the sides, and just move it to the next nearest kid.
You can't get to them. There's stuff in the way.
Well, he can move half his movement. He can move 15 feet towards them. So they're gonna try to get 15 feet towards
I guess
the
you
next
can
kid.
go where the dead kid was.
Yeah, sure.
And this guy's just like surrounded by kids.
So yeah, so he'll just attack the next one with a bite. So one of them missed, and the other one bites down through the neck of one of the children,
These fucking trees.
killing him. So that's 3 of the kids died. Then the other 6 gnolls are going to stay in their position. So they moved 40 feet closer, or I'm sorry, 60 feet closer when they dashed last turn, and this turn they're actually going to stay where they are. So they're off the map.
They're the
still.
ones who threw the javelins?
They didn't throw anything.
Oh, okay.
Then it's going to be the children's turn.
Okay. Can the ones with the torches try to like poke the hyenas with the torch?
Sure.
I don't know if it does any damage.
Try to make them run away or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do we do with that?
You can look up improvised weapon. I don't know what the stats are. Improvised weapon.
We roll for like intimidation, try to scare the things off.
We use a commerce stat block for the kids. Yeah, the ones armed with staves can use. They have a +2 to hit and a D4 upon hitting.
Okay. You want to roll for 2?
Just use the commerce
Sure.
stat block.
I'll roll for the 2.
Only the ones that are armed.
Alright, I
Plus
rolled
2 to hit, so
Yeah.
I got a 15 and a 9.
So the 9 with the +2.
Yeah.
So the 15 hits.
4 and a 16.
So the 16 hits.
Okay.
Alright, so
What
this
is-
one hits that one, this one missed.
Yeah.
And it's a D4.
1d4. No modifier or anything.
1.
1.
1.
Okay.
Are they lit on fire?
No.
They're burning.
Then back to the top. Second.
Okay, Vecni will a bonus action attack this guy.
Sure.
Crit 20.
All right.
So it's 4 plus 5 plus 4. It's 13 damage to that hyena.
Describe it.
She just, after she kicked, pop, pop, she just goes X leg chop and smashes it right in the back, breaking its spine.
Nice.
Okay. You can remove that model.
And then she's going to step up, which gives her a clear shot to the one that she hit before.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my attack action to hit that guy.
Sure. And that's a null, right?
Yep. 25.
Hit. That's the one you did 10 damage to before, right?
Well, yeah, whatever I did last time.
Yep.
9 piercing.
Okay.
And
He looks really hurt.
I'm going. Can I use a free action to just yell at this one in front of me?
Sure.
She's just going to start yelling obscenities at it, trying to get its attention.
It's a hyena.
No, at this guy, the gnoll.
Okay.
She's
Why
trying to
don't you
get
roll like an intimidation to see if you can get his attention?
18.
All right. He uses his reaction to turn towards you.
That's my turn.
Roll.
Yeah, the one next to me I'll attack with my packed weapon.
Okay.
What is it? 25 to hit.
Hit.
I think it's this one. 5 slashing.
And this one's hurt already or no?
I don't think it is now.
No, you stabbed it.
Oh, I stabbed it. 4 damage with a
4
dagger.
damage. Now is 9 on it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It looks really hurt. Is that for your turn?
Yep.
All right. So now the gnolls are going to go. The one attacks Vecni, the one that you made face you.
Mm-hmm.
He already turned towards you, and he's going to attack you with his spear.
He's got to get in range.
Oh, I thought you were right next to him.
There's a hyena in front or between us.
Is there a way for him to maneuver around? Yeah, he can, right?
If he can pass through this tree.
He can't pass through his ally?
I don't know.
Yeah, he can.
Okay.
And he's going to attack you with his spear.
Okay.
7 plus 11 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, he doesn't have a bonus action or anything unless he kills something. So, all right, that's it for him. That other badly wounded gnoll, the one that Brett keeps attacking, he's actually going to use.
Twice.
Or was it you that whoever attacked the one over here? It's badly hurt. It's really badly hurt. Yeah, he's going to bend down and pick up one of the child corpses with his action. Then he's going to turn and he's going to use his full 30 feet of movement to try to run back to the tree line. So you can move him towards 30 feet, towards the tree line. He's trying to flee with the corpse of a child.
And it's definitely dead. That child he has.
Yes.
I'd say it's almost worth it letting him leave.
He's very badly hurt, so you can just blast him.
The other
Did you get
6
2 attacks.
Not till 5.
The other 6 gnolls use their movement to move 30 feet, and you could show them appear at the beginning of the battle map. They're just there. But they moved closer, but they still haven't. They're not attacking, they're not dashing. They moved closer. And they seem to be just watching what's unfolding in front of them.
I'm gonna have one of these.
I'm gonna do one roll to save time. One roll for all hyenas to attack the children closest to them.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
If a child is not close enough for a hyena to attack, you can have it use it as much movement as it has to get in range. So here's my one roll. Here we go.
What if Roland's on the way?
If Roland is closer, they will attack Roland, but they would greatly prefer to not attack Roland. +2 to hit. All right, so this is for all of them. That is an 11, which does hit. So every single child gets hit and takes
You need to go shit.
1d6.
Okay.
You've just been
I think they
farting
live.
this entire time.
2 damage.
Because I had Mexican. No, I had cabbage. I had Mexican for
Corned
lunch.
beef and cabbage.
And I had a cabbage salad for dinner.
So they each take 2 damage
I'm sitting
and
here doing nothing, smelling carrots.
look
assholes
badly
this entire
hurt.
time.
They have 4 HP each. So there's none of the kids died from
Glad
that,
you
actually. Vecni's turn. No, I'm sorry, the children's turn.
Alright.
Okay, a bunch of them just took damage, but none of them died from it.
2 with torches are gonna attack.
Same.
What
is it, a +2 for torches?
Yeah.
Yes.
17 out of 5.
17 hits.
Yeah, I got a 9 and an 11.
The 11 hits.
What is this?
1.
Tree.
So he does another 1 to that.
Pray.
That's it only has 2 damage on it now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it still looks relatively healthy.
Yeah.
Vecni.
Gotta goo or whatever it is.
Vecni is going to turn to the knoll in front of her. And I'm going to I'm gonna fucking throw a punch at its ugly face. And I'm gonna miss his ugly face.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it again. And this time I hit 20.
That hits. This is the one that already has a lot of damage on it, right?
No, that's the one that's running away.
Oh, how much damage does this one have on it? Does this the one with 5 damage on it?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, this is the one with 5 damage.
8 bludgeoning,
Okay,
and I will flurry of blows.
go ahead.
Yeah. Fell across the dice. 18.
Hit.
Another 8 bludgeoning.
It looks really fucked up, but it's still alive.
So she's got the bow in one hand, and she just crack, and just throws 3 wild haymakers at this giant knoll.
I don't think they're that big. Go ahead, Brett.
Taller than her, she's tall
Yes, they'd be bigger than that.
Alright.
They're not like super huge. or
I'll
anything.
take a
They're like
swing
7
at
foot, aren't
this
I don't think so.
hyena I've been snacking for the past couple
too. The
rounds.
same hyena.
You're just regular hyena, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
11.
Hit.
Alright.
This is the one you hit this one before or no?
It's got 9 points of
Okay.
damage on it. 8 slash.
Describe it.
Nice.
Alright. Roland takes his packed weapon, his bloody looking scimitar, and he just whips his hand down almost too quick for the eye to see and just decapitates the hyena and the body falls. And that's I'll use my movement to get to the next closest hyena.
It's right next to you.
Oh, then I'll stay where I am.
The knoll that ran over here, he's going to continue to run into the woods. So he's just going to be gone. He was really badly hurt and he's carrying a dead kid.
Yeah.
The other one is going to, he's the one that's been attacking Beckney, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to continue to do that. So that's a 23. I'm assuming that hits?
Yep.
Finally hit you.
It does 30 damage.
No, it's actually not.
Not on this attack.
It's not going to be
7
much.
other ones he has.
6 piercing.
Okay.
Then the other 6 gnolls, they advance closer towards, I guess 2 of them are going to engage Roland.
Oh, Roland, you're gonna die.
Maybe.
And the other 4 are going to go after kids.
Damn, this is
Makes sense.
a bad fight. If he did reach.
They can't get to the
yes, I
kids?
can. Yes, I can.
Because they would definitely prioritize the kids over Roland. So I will roll 1 dice for the ones attacking Roland first.
Sure.
That was a crit fail. So they drop their,
You gotta roll a d4.
Whip pool.
so they got a 3. So they both fall prone.
Nice.
And then half their movement to get up. I'm going to say they don't have half their movement left.
Okay.
So they're actually prone.
You can kill him real quick.
Then
He's sleeping.
the other
Unless he
4
gets up.
attack, I'm going to use 1 roll. The other 4 are all going to attack children.
Okay.
That's a 6, which actually misses.
Woo!
So
This kid's agile as fuck.
those kids are
Did
hyenas.
they hit any kids yet?
The hyenas.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some dead kids.
They would
There's
just be eating them.
115.
They wouldn't be continually going for them.
Well, one of them left with a kid, a dead
I
kid.
know, a Knoll did, yeah.
Crit 20 for the, yeah, so
All the hyenas now have dead kids.
every hyena that was engaged with a kid killed a kid just now. So you just remove however many kids that's going to be. Probably 15.
Should I remove the hyenas too? Because they're probably gonna run off with the bodies.
I would say it's going to take their action to pick up a kid. So they're not going to be able to do it this turn.
I have camera male's kids, by the way, just in case you forgot.
I know. 13 of them, right?
But he has 13 kids.
No, you took all the kids that were under, that were 2 and under.
I took his.
There's 115 kids.
Yeah, but chamomile, didn't he have his
It was his
niece and
sister.
nephew or
Yeah, his
whatever?
nieces and nephews, yeah.
So I have them.
Okay.
That's good.
Then it's the kid's turn. So the hyenas, and they're just digging into the kids, ripping into them. These poor little kids that get fucked up. It's kid's turn.
Alright, torch kid's gonna torch.
All right, roll.
Torch. 5 and 19.
15 and an 11.
They both hit.
5 and 19, so 1 hits.
19 hits.
2
Mm-hmm.
2 damage.
Did any of the hyenas that were already damaged get hit?
A 1 and a 2. This one got hit for 2,
Okay.
and
2.
one of them got hit for 1.
Yeah.
So they're all still alive. Okay. Vecking.
Vecni is going to bonus action attack the knoll in front of me.
Okay.
18.
Hit. Oh, describe it. It had 1 HP left.
Oh. She just fucking uppercuts. Or no, she punches the guy straight in the chest with fingers out like this, piercing his chest. Pulls her bloody hand out, grabs an arrow as an attack action, and fires it at this knoll right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Blood still dripping from her fingers.
Another 18.
Okay. Hit.
Six piercing.
6 piercing. And this knoll this is one of the ones that got hit with an arrow before, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah. This one already got
So I
hit.
killed one knoll.
So you can remove the one that's dead.
And she is going to use her movement.
That's rolling.
4, 5.
Alright.
Is this? I'm guessing the white is just part of the terrain, just different level.
Yeah, it's still part of the forest.
And she comes running behind all these hyenas, coming towards these guys. So she's here now.
Okay.
And she's yelling, trying to get their attention away from the kids, like she did last time.
Okay.
So you said the gnolls are surrounded me?
2 of them attacked you and they fell. They're both prone in front of you, laying on the ground.
Ah, damn. Alright.
One of them is already hurt a little bit.
Stab him on the face.
So I get advantage because they're prone, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll do...
Isn't it a crit if you hit on the prone? Yeah.
Is it?
I think you get advantage with a melee attack, disadvantage with range attacks, and if you hit, it's a
Yep.
crit.
I'll swing at one of the prone gnolls. That's 26. Let's see if I crit. I crit. I guess I already crit. But
You already crit, yeah, but
crit on crit. Alright.
roll your damage. This is the one that's already hurt that you're attacking?
Sure.
Okay.
Alright, we'll say, yes, 6. 6 plus 9. 15 slashing.
Damn. Okay. It's still alive, but it's pretty hurt.
Alright, bonus action, I'll just make a dagger attack on the same guy.
Okay. Can you crit twice? Or no?
Yeah, you
Yeah?
can crit if there's any
Okay.
times.
Uh, 19 to hit.
Hit.
So that's a crit too.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's just 4 and 5.
Describe it.
Alright, so Roland takes his pack weapon and he brings it down on the knoll, leaves a deep gash, and the knoll kind of like starts squealing. Then Roland, just with fire in his eyes, just takes the dagger in his other hand, just leans down and does like a quick jab and like punctures his lung.
Hell yeah. Good job.
Yep. Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
So you remove one of the gnolls. The other one that's prone stands up and attacks Roland.
Fuck off.
That's gonna hit. That's a 22 to
That
hit.
hits.
Yep. That bad though. You took 4 piercing.
Oop.
You heard? 4 piercing.
Yep.
The rest of the gnolls are gonna attack. There's what, 4 left?
There are 5.
Well, 4 that didn't go yet. So
Oh,
the other 4 are all gonna share roll. It's gonna be 23, so it's gonna hit.
They're not distracted by Beckney running though.
No.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna all hit the kids in front of them for a total of 4 damage each, which kills them. So 4 more kids go down. Each hyena is gonna pick up one of the dead kids because they all killed one, and they're gonna, as its action, and then they're gonna move. I'm gonna say they're gonna have difficulty moving because they're a lot smaller than the gnolls, so they're gonna move at half speed in the opposite direction, trying to flee back towards the trees. So each one is gonna move 15 feet towards the trees.
Okay.
So the ones on that side go that way, the ones on this side go that way, 15 feet, trying to escape with the dead kids.
Fuck you, trees.
And after that, it's the kids' turn. The ones that are left.
They're just gonna sit there and cry.
I mean, they probably wouldn't be able to do a lot.
Gonna cry.
Beckney's gonna take a reaction and swing at one of those guys. Because
One of the ones trying to run away? Yeah. Go ahead.
13?
Hit. This one hurt already?
I don't know. 5 total, or 9 total.
9. That's one of the ones that have a couple damage on it. I think it is, right?
I don't know which one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
so
one.
describe it.
Alright.
That you killed that one.
She
And it's
just
holding a kid.
steps down on its neck, breaking its neck.
Dang. Alright. Vecni.
Vecni is going to start running. She's going to drop her bow and draw her short sword. Or draw her short sword and whip.
Okay.
And she will crack the whip at that knoll from 10 feet away.
This is the one that you already hit, right?
Yep, the arrow.
Okay.
15.
Describe it. Or not describe it. Hit.
10 piercing.
Now describe it.
The whip. I don't know, how do you kill someone with a whip?
It's up to you. You're the one doing it.
Cut.
What?
Depends when you whip something, you can do cuts.
Yeah.
Depends where you get the cut.
Plus, isn't your whip augmented with like spikes on it?
Yeah. So the whip just rips right across his jugular. It hits it and just and pulls out its throat.
Nice. Drops down dead.
And then she will use the rest of her movement to come up here and bonus action attack that guy.
Okay. This one has not been hurt.
23 to hit.
Hit.
And 7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
With a running knee to the side.
All right.
Alright, did that knoll next to me stand up?
What's that?
Yeah, they're all standing up.
Yeah, none of them are prone anymore.
Alright. There's one right next to me?
Yes.
Alright, first I will use my last pact spell to do Armor of Agatis.
Okay.
Doing that now?
Yeah, why?
Oh, I thought you would have done that earlier. Or is that an action?
It's an action.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's why when they were on the ground I thought about doing it. I'm like, nah, I'm only going to get one chance to attack them while they're down.
Smart.
So, that is my action. So I think the bonus action I can do the dagger, right?
Sure. This is the one in front of you right now is unharmed.
Okay. Do a dagger ting. That looks like an 8, so miss. So that's my turn.
Okay. The knoll in front of you is going to attack you again. For a 13.
13. AC is 15.
Okay, so it misses. Then the other knolls, how many are left? 2? Are gonna the other that didn't go yet? There's just 2, right?
There's 2 here and 2 here.
Alright, well each knoll that killed a kid is gonna use its action. Even the one that's right next to you, they're gonna use their action to pick up the dead kid and they're gonna turn and they're gonna try to flee 30 feet.
Okay.
So I think you get one opportunity attack, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, so you could do that.
I missed. That's a 2.
Okay. So they're all
Does a 9 hit?
No, 9 does not hit them. So they move 30 feet towards the trees.
Okay, I guess everybody's off the map.
So then the same thing with the hyenas. They're going to use 15 feet of movement because they're struggling to lift the kids, and they're going to try to get towards the trees.
What do you have to read left? None.
70 billion.
So if you guys don't want to pursue them into the woods, then that's end of priority. That's up to you.
The kids they picked up and dragged were dead?
They were all dead, the ones that they took.
I don't really see a point then.
Alright,
So you get end priority.
I'm going to just run 10 feet towards the injured one. And as I'm running, I'm going to drop my sword and pull a dart out and throw the dart at him.
All right, I'll let you roll an attack.
Whoa.
26.
Hit.
8.
Okay. Didn't kill it. So you each got 170 for that. Alrighty.
70?
170 XP.
Sure.
Alright, that's it. So that's it for the priority. The remainder of the kids are there terrified and just looking around all confused and scared. And you actually don't hear, even in the distance, you don't hear the hyenas or anything. You don't hear anything.
Whoa.
They seem to really have booked it off.
Alright. Get back as soon as we can before they possibly attack again.
Of course. Come on, children. I know it's tough, but we gotta go. Come on. So we're just gonna start hurrying along the road again.
The rest of the path's pretty uneventful. So from the trees, you hear loud whispers. You hear Celestas, Celestas in the trees.
Mom could be targeting us.
No, whatever you want.
Okay. So I understand. Because I speak Elvish. Well, you speak Elvish, Joe.
You guys both understand it means Hunter's Mark in Elvish.
Okay.
I'll say, who's there? We're friendly. We're trying to take these kids back to
We don't know
Queensgrace.
if they are.
Well,
I think it's
yeah, but
something-
I assume elves are part of the guard. I think that would be a fair
That's
assumption.
That's a fair assumption.
We
yeah.
run into gnolls and orcs, but no elves.
Like these, I would have picked up my bow and sword, and I'm just going to draw the
Yeah.
bow and just look at this up at the trees.
You see a figure, a single figure, drop down from the trees. Again, you heard multiple
It's gonna do a
voices.
hero landing.
Huh?
Superhero landing.
It's a hero landing.
Yeah,
It's terrible for the knees.
but he lands very gracefully. He's got green boots. He's got the brown and green painted face. He's got green cape, boiled leather armor, and he's armed with a bow. And you could see that this this elf doesn't have a nose.
I cast Mage Hand, stick my finger in the nose hole.
Instant kill.
No, I won't.
And he says, "Aha! You have the children that we heard about." No, Holden.
I think I've heard Kevlian say that many a time.
Yeah, that's definitely one of his catchphrases.
You have the children that.
Just like that too. You did it.
Vecni will run up to the front and be like, I used the Rangers of the Queensgrace? What was
Yeah,
the name
yeah,
of
the
it?
Rangers.
I used one of the Rangers.
Yes, I'm the first ranger.
As we
of the
rescued these
Raiders.
children, we just got run in with a gang of gnolls and hyenas. And Vecni is covered in blood.
I see that you're hurt. How are the children? Are they all okay?
We lost 16 of them.
He takes a moment, looks solemn. It's a shame. I wish I could have gotten here sooner.
So do I.
What became of the gnolls and the hyenas? Did you slay them all?
Not all of them. There was only 2 of us. There was 8 gnolls.
Once they
I don't even know how many hyenas.
felled the children, they took their bodies and ran into the woods. We thought the wisest course of action was to get the surviving children back, chase the gnolls.
Fair enough. We will escort you the rest of the way to Queensgrace. Which we will return here and try to hunt down the creatures.
Alright. I mean, I shouldn't say these woods be cleared by you in the first place.
Pardon?
Shouldn't these woods be cleared by you in the first place?
Of all the creatures and beasts in the woods? No, it would take more than an army to do that. There are many
Gnolls,
many evil creatures
Isn't
lurking
that
about.
a tribe that should have been cleared out?
There are all kinds of foul creatures in these woods.
Apparently,
Bugbears and gnolls and evil trees and
apparently even Blood Mist is hiding here.
we heard the blood mist was in the area. They tried to infiltrate our city.
Yeah, I think they have ogres, and it looked like they had this giant shape-shifting beast that was kind of troll-like, and that was the one that was watching the children.
I haven't heard of a creature like that. That's very concerning.
Well, it wasn't in the Burning Fist campaign.
I never encountered a beast like that during my adventures.
Vecni's eyes are going to linger on the first ranger. And then she's just going to turn and go back. I'm going to go back to the children. And her eyes just linger on him a little longer, and she goes back to the children.
He looks back at you inquisitively. What's your name, lass?
I am Vecni Avnboy.
Okay. Well, I'm unfamiliar with you. Where do you hail from?
I came from the sea. I'm part of the Golden Tusks fleet.
I've heard great things about that pirate fleet.
Yeah, we're so honorable and lawful.
I've heard a lot of stories about your captain. How fares the noble Golden Tusk?
Yeah, complete opposite of what I thought pirates were.
I'm Roland, if you wanted to know.
Pleasure to meet you. Where do you hail from, young man?
I hail from Piltover.
Mungronia.
That's correct.
I must admit I'm not super familiar with that region of the world.
Well, I
What brings you here?
I heard the call to arms, and I just came here to kind of make my mark on the world.
Jaina.
Who do you serve?
Well, we came to the one camp, and then they sent us here to try to persuade your queen to join them. So I guess at the moment, one.
You sound like you're a very loyal, very loyal person.
Well, we're just here doing what we told. We were with Vest and Soren, and they also wanted to come here.
We're obviously walking at this time, right?
Yes, let's get these children to safety as soon as possible.
Did
What of Prince and Stripe? I've been looking for them.
I haven't seen them since those guards busted in and tried to take us all to the barracks. They were drow guards. They busted
true?
into the inn.
No.
Base? What?
Roll a deception.
Yeah.
Because him and Blake met us in the woods.
Yeah, that's true. But I will still say that. 7, 6, 13.
When you say that you haven't seen them since then, he eyes you a little suspiciously, and he says, "Are you certain that was the last time that you've seen them?" I was under the impression that your group all traveled together.
Well, that's true. And then we got split up when the drow came and took us. Stripe escaped. He jumped out a window to evade the guards, but I went along with Blake.
Lords Shilter and Camembert, they told me that Prince and that little goblin intend to destroy our city. Do you know anything of a plan that they might have, or any reason why they even want to do such a thing?
They made no intention known when I was with them, but maybe being accosted by those drow made them feel unfavorable towards the city.
If you don't have anything more, I want to get you guys reunited with them.
No, that would be great, and then we can see where it goes from there.
So the Rangers escort you from the woods up to the gates of Queensgrace and said their goodbyes. And the two of you take care. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for rescuing the youth of our region.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much. And you, lass, you take care of yourself.
Always do.
There's a thing that lists our rewards for the missions.
Oh, all right. So does he walk away?
If you guys don't stop him, then him and the Rangers leave.
I'll after he walks away, I'll turn to Vecni and I'll hold up my thumb between my two fingers and I'll say, "Vecni, look at his nose."
Thanks for watching this episode of Power Word Nerd. Be sure to follow us on all social media sites.